Hello, hello. Here we are.
Hi,
Yay.
everybody. Hi.
It's good to see everyone. I've got some great comments here. I got to highlight them. Sorry. Put my little cheaters on. I've got some I have your six questions in the queue. And thank you, Alice L, for upgrading. She joined my tarot and numbers class. She joined the membership. Thank you so much. I've got Ness and Craig, Cynthia, Kim B, Marby, and Marby's. Kim B wants. I love her question because she talks about dragons. I love dragons too. And so I'm still, now remember, if you want a reading, please, capital letters. Hi, reversed images, Liz in awe. Oh, Cozumel, we're international. Still feeling weird of the hurricane. Oh my goodness. That's right. Hi, SR. Hi, Debbie at 3 Shifting Veils. If I missed someone, I'm sorry. I do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. First of all, can you put in the comments whether you would like to have the Pick Me tool for the giveaway tool for the readings? If you don't, we'll just go like we usually do. Oh, my leg is still broken and surgery went well. I'm glad that the surgery went well. Gosh, I've been thinking about you. It's a good time to have it break, though, I think, because you're going to be healed before the holidays. I've got Liz and I've got your message or your question. So nobody has really decided whether they want the Pick Me tool. If you, nobody said anything. So I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. It's not as smooth, but it is fun. So I have 7 questions so far. Please write your questions in capital letters. And I have an announcement. I am going to be on the Psychathon for a bunch of psychics, 20 psychics getting together to promote democracy. And the money is raised for Harris Wells ticket. And I would love for you to join me. I'm going to be on with Allie and Marina at 11 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Mountain, and Central is 1, and Eastern is 2 p.m. And I've got it, the links all in my community page, but I think you're going to see it all over. I would love to have you come in and join us. So, Lalit, how are you, my dear?
I'm okay. I'm getting things better organized with the charts and all. I'm having a couple of glitches with the new program, so I've only sent out 2 people, Benny and Voices from the Swamp. I'm having a little difficulty with one of the things in the program where it's not printing out right. The attachments were coming out with some weird, not the symbols. So I've been working on that, but I'm entering the home stretch. I think everything's good, and I am going to have anybody that I haven't got to, I will get it done this weekend. Absolutely.
Cynthia was thinking about you. Lalit, my friend, did you make enough change for your computer equipment?
Well, yes, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I have a long list of things, but I'm doing well, and I want to thank everybody for your generosity, and that's great. And I will have anybody's chart that I haven't got you will be done by Sunday.
Awesome.
I think I've got the glitches all worked out.
Cynthia says that if you need help with the computer stuff, she says, let me know. That's nice.
Well, thank you. I don't know how you could help me because it's not really a computer stuff that I'm having trouble with, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so are we ready to dive in with what's going on this week?
Wait a minute. I got a response from Cynthia. She likes the Pick Me tool. So I want to prepare. Oh, I got a couple of thumbs up on that. So I'm going to put the hashtag in the chat, and it's moon stars. I think it's that. Let me see. Moon stars, hashtag moon stars. And you go ahead and put that in. I'm going to put mine in, see if I win. But that's that. It didn't go in, did it? Yeah. Okay, moon stars. So go ahead, and I'll go ahead and star your question. So when you are picked, we've got that. So, all right, I will leave you be, my love.
All righty. Well, I do want to address one big question that people ask me, and I would like to clarify, to give everybody a little bit bigger understanding about the scope of all the things that are happening in the world events and in your personal lives now, because it's a big moment of change. So just to sum things up briefly, we have many cycles in astrology. We have the little ones, like a lunar cycle of 28 days, that are just ephemeral light changes that are not long lasting, but just your daily mood changes, and not any big cosmic events are going to be reflected in that. Then we have larger cycles, like you've heard of the Saturn cycle, which is 28 years. You've heard of the Uranus cycle, which is 84 years, and the Pluto cycle, which is 250. Now, the Pluto cycle is coming around right now and entering Aquarius, which is where it's never been since our country was formed. And so that's a very big change. But more than that, it's the harbinger of the age of Aquarius. And that's the biggest cycle that we have in astrology, which is the astrological age. You've heard age of Aquarius, and you might, just so that you understand what it's talking about, because you'll understand the significance of what's going on in our lives now and how big it really is. The zodiac begins every year when we have the equinox in spring, and the first day of spring, that particular day, wherever the sun is called 0 degrees of Aries. That's the beginning of the zodiac year. The problem is that there's a little tiny glitch every year. It doesn't hit at exactly the same spot relating to the fixed stars that are in the sky. It's off by just a hair. So what happens is that in about 2,000 year period, that 0 start of Aries will move one astrological sign. But that means that in a 2,000 year period, we switch the age of humanity. That's a 2,000 year cycle. You can think back about 2,000 years ago. In our history, we began the age of Pisces. That whole 2,000 year cycle, which is now coming to an end, has been characterized by the things that are relative in the sign of Pisces, which are there's an element of suffering. When you see the sign of Jesus on the cross, of suffering, it's not that Jesus was born suffering, but he had to fulfill a destiny of that age. So the idea of being a victim, the idea of incarceration, problems with alcohol, problems with drugs, these are all things that are part of the age of Pisces. The positive part of Pisces is the spirituality, the things that Jesus really represented in the highest form, real spirituality and the essence of oneness with God. These have all been characteristics of the age of Pisces that in this age is coming to a culmination. And we're entering a brand new cycle of the brotherhood of man, Aquarius, and the New Age ideas you've all heard of this, but it began about in 1945. We're just inching into it. And we are now hitting really the transition phase is really strong right now. So you've all heard of the awakening, the transition. We're entering out of the age of Pisces into the awakening of Aquarius, a new sense of brotherhood, a new sense of the equality of man, doing away with bigotry and narrow-mindedness and opening our hearts to a love of the oneness of creation. This is a very big moment. It's such a big transition that it overarches all the other things that are happening. And so you need to keep in mind that this is if you feel that the earth is just moving under your feet really quickly, yes, it is, because this is a change that occurs once every 2,000 years, and it's a big one. So we're entering into a new way to have governments work, a new way that people relate to other people. And it's so big that everyone is feeling a little bit unsettled. And since we're entering right now into the eclipse period, it's triggering everything. So you have to be aware that this eclipse period, which is beginning right now, and we're having another eclipse on October the 2nd, is triggering all of this big major awakening of humanity. And it's really a beautiful thing, but because we have to eliminate the old things, that's the hard part. And the thing that we need to keep in mind in the next few months, which are going to be very shaky, is that there are the universe really has two forces. We have the force of love and we have the force of fear. And right now we're entering into the dimension where love is going to take over from the fear that you see. And everyone here, we are all worried about the politics, but remember that the politics can be helped through the normal channels, like doing the political thing, but it also has to work on your heart level, because every one of you, we're all your light bearers here, and what you need to focus on is the love aspect. So in the smallest dealings with people that are coming up in the next week and the next month, you must be always thinking of how to boost up the people around you, because these eclipses are happening in Libra, and Venus has changed into Scorpio, and Mercury is hitting the sun. So the influence is on communication, in relationships with everyone that you know, and how to find the heart center. In other words, a motto that I wanted to bring up, that I want everyone to keep in mind, is that you can look at all of the people that you come into contact with as you are there to help them have a stronger feeling of love within themselves. So the way that you inspire other people to feel about themselves is going to say everything about you. So it's all about you spreading love and kindness to every person that you deal with in the smallest way, whether you're in the grocery store or you're seeing someone just casually, a neighbor. You want to be understanding that those people are having difficulty also, and you want to be kind and loving and generous to them in every way, because that is how we start the motion of love growing, so that the political situation will change in our favor. So the message of this week is communication and all of your relationships and how to deal with people in the love area. I hope that I'm saying that in a way that you understand, but these next few weeks are really a big pivot within this big change that we're having. We're entering into the final countdown, let me say. Let me show you the chart for today, and then you'll get an idea about what we're talking about. Venus has just left the sign of Libra, and all of this next period is going to be based on the Libra eclipses that we're having, which is harmony, relationships, legal issues that are going to happen. Venus went into Scorpio, so a lot of salacious details are going to be coming out around people in the news. You will see people, like the governor, one of the governor candidates in North Carolina is having terrible scandals. Trump is going to be having more scandals. We're going to see salacious details coming out that are just horrible, and news in the legal atmosphere that are going to be really big. And so this whole thing next week is the eclipse that we're having in Libra, and Mercury and the Sun are coming exactly together. Mercury is hinting the Kazemi. It's going to be in the heart of the Sun, and Mercury is communication. It's happening in the sign of relationships, of love, and the big eclipse is going to trigger a square with Mars and Pluto, which means that you're going to be feeling some in the days of the eclipse, October 1st, 2nd, in other words, next week, early next week, everything is going to heat up. There will be impulsiveness. There will be people losing their temper. This will be on a personal level and in your personal relationships and in the political sphere also. So things are going to be reaching a maximum level of emotional encounters, impulsivity. So people will need to be controlling their emotions next week. You need to take a step back, breathe deeply, try to avoid encounters that you could lose your temper and then regret it a few days later, because this next week, emotions will be at a trigger point. So remember to take deep breaths, use caution when you're driving, don't get involved in any road rage accidents. Be kind to everyone. Always have love in your heart and surround yourself with that intention when you wake up in the morning, that you will treat everyone with respect and love, and you will not lose your temper or lose your cool. And you'll understand that people around you might be saying things that they don't really mean. So have extra patience, because all of your relationships are going to be at a great amount of tension in the next week. And it's within the larger sphere of the big changes that we're going through. So it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. So please be guarded. And we are the light bearers, the harbingers of love. Always keep love in your heart. And those people who are engaged in the fear element, and we see them around. We see the fear that's being stoked. We have to understand that those people are not awakened yet, and we cannot be hateful toward them, because that will not help the situation. So you have to be understanding that there are people who are not aware of what's going on because they're living right now in delusion. And so we cannot sink to their level, but we have to be treating everyone that you see with love and kindness and respect in this next week, because it's going to be a very heated time. We have this entire eclipse that's going to be happening, and I have the chart of the eclipse. I can bring it up here. So give me a second to change the wheel, but I want you to know that it's going to be, we're heading into a difficult period, and it's going to be very intense. But it's going to be the beginning of very beautiful new new life that we're getting. Let me get the October. Oh dear. Let me get the eclipse pulled up. I made the chart and now I can't get to it. I. Let me do that. Let me do the eclipse chart later because it's in my database and I can't get to it. So I'll pull it up and then show you. But anyway, it's going to be an intense week coming up. So emotions will be at a trigger point. So be calm, be loving, have love in your heart, and get centered every morning when you wake up. Set your intentions to be that person of love and kindness, because that is going to lead the way.
But then again, I've done my best work when I was angry. I make decisions. I am not going to stand for this anymore, and it sticks. And I am going to write that book, and I write half of it in one evening, right? So there's some energies are intense.
Energy. Yes, the energy will be, energy by itself is neutral, so it's how we use it. When I'm talking about, I don't mean that you should squelch your energy. You want to channel it toward the positive. So when you feel that Martian energy, which you're talking about, Deborah, which is exactly what gets you moving, gets your ass in gear so that you can complete things. So you want to just focus it in a way that will not be detrimental to anyone else. So you won't say anything at the moment that you regret, just say, well, maybe next week I'll talk to this person about that because things need to calm down a little bit. In the meantime, you can use that Mars energy in ways that can be very creative, because that Martian energy is the beginning of new projects, the beginning of your creative inspiration that you can use in fabulous ways. And yes, it can definitely get you in gear.
So we have some questions.
Yes.
So how are they going to come out of delusion? Well, you just explained it. Sorry. Being a witness to, an observer to what you are, who you are, and channel it. But she had another one. Really good question. Let's see. Okay. Well, she was saying, wasn't a question. It's just, it's time to just smile and nod.
Smile and nod. Yes. You cannot, other people have free will and you can show them the way, but they may not take it. But your love and your being in harmony with your own nature and being as helpful to others as you can is all you can do. There are many people that are not going to be making the transition with us, and that's their choice. This is a time of choice. Awesome. There are many that will not. By the way, the eclipse meets its apex on Wednesday, October 2nd at 11:50 a.m. Pacific time. I did make.
What does apex mean? Is that the middle,
the height,
the end,
the maximum,
the height? So it starts now, goes to Wednesday, gets crazy, and then lifts. Is that what you're saying?
Well, we are going to be entering eclipse season. So this big one that we have coming up on the 2nd is a little bump. in the road. And then it's not that everything calms down, because we have other eclipses coming in this cycle. So the month of October, November, December are going to be full of change,
full of
and
fun opportunities.
So
you're scaring these people now. You've got to stop it, because you're scaring everybody.
Well, I just want to make sure that everyone is in their best form.
So here Debbie says it best. I've been feeling off. I don't want any more problems.
No,
they don't come don't come to this channel for problems. This is just forewarned, forearmed, and everyone has a different chart too that manages the energy differently. But
those are the prevailing energies of the next few months are going to be rocky. And on this,
I think this
coming
is going
week, you have to be just really aware of your own emotions, because it is a time that it's not going to be easy to get through.
Okay, no, stop it. No, that is setting people up, entertaining the thought that it's not going to be easy. We don't do that here. And so I understand astrology tends to lean to the negative, but this is what Liz and Ah says. I like that, Deborah. Yes, sometimes that's how I heal, is when you move in that energy so you can use it. The thing is we have good times and bad times. And I got to admit something here, that I would go back to, astrology, what my stars were saying like 2 weeks ago. And it would be not with you, but it would predict that I was going to have stormy days. And yeah, I had a flat tire, but that wasn't a stormy day. It didn't blow me out. Right. So, it's like that. And so if you move into a child's heart and say, oh, this is something new or whatever, but we aren't going to be afraid of anything. We are not going to be afraid of anything.
No, we're not afraid of anything, because everyone here, I know that everyone in this group is on the side of love. And this is the winning side. We already know that that's the side that's winning. So take heart and know that it's going to be really fabulous in the coming year, when we have you're going to turn over, everything is going to be turning over a new leaf, and people are going to be working together as they never have before. And it's going to be fabulous. And keep in mind that is coming. And don't let go of that, because you'll know that it's going to be a brand new world.
So,
and this,
but a very good brand new world. So Debbie here of Three Shifting Veils says, it may be best I just lock myself up for a couple months. Let me tell you, go ahead and do that and write your book. Go ahead and do that and paint your mural. Go ahead and do that and start a business, right? Because that's the best way. The energy's out there. Let's use it to our benefit.
Absolutely. And these periods of change are, they're not negative, just that we need to be aware that, you put your seatbelt on and you say, okay, I'm here for this ride. We've all signed up for it, or we wouldn't be here. And we're here for the purpose of helping humanity get through this moment in the most positive way. And it's a great opportunity. And the future is going to be beautiful and fabulous and new in every way. I mean, when you realize that people are going to be cooperating with each other as they never have on this planet, ever, it's going to be a whole new level of awareness.
Listen, Oz says, I like that.
Hang on to that. That is what's coming, but it's not going to happen in a day.
Really, you know what? It just makes a person define themselves. And if somebody, I think Ness says, don't push the river on that. If you push against it, then it gets all icky, but if you move into it and just ask, okay, I'm here because we're here to make some progress in our world.
Exactly.
And so it's not like it's going to
So you
blow you
can
out.
make big changes in small kindnesses. And if you are constantly, when you see people around you, if you can pick up their spirit just by making a comment, you see someone and you say, that color looks really lovely on you. It's so beautiful. And there's just some little things that you can say to people to pick up everyone's spirit. And a comment like that can go a long way. And if you do small comments to people, they grow.
Right. I love this. I'm with you reversed. She says, I think I'm done being a nice person. It's okay. However you land on this, it's going to be really fun. I think, you're going to define who you are. You're going to say no to that, whatever that you've been dealing with that you can't stand anymore. It makes you change and shift in a good way.
Well, we're all here on this planet, and we all chose to be here, or we wouldn't be here. But we are getting fastened into our seat for the roller coaster ride that we signed up for, and it's going to be an interesting time. And when the ride is over, we'll get off and say, "Wow, that was really intense, and that was wonderful." And then you're ready to start anew. So. This is a period of a big transition.
So we have our first question. I welcome a general question from my guides and how I do general. Thank you, Ness, for being so patient and to be a moderator. And Craig, moderator, thank you. The very first card out will tell me what section of your life needs addressing. And it's the Page of Swords. So I know it's your thinking, but you're such an intellectual. Your mind is like a gold mine, 33 life path. It does show that there is a Queen of Pentacles, someone, an older woman in your life that's going to benefit you in a way of spirituality, because I have the Queen of Pentacles, and right after that is the Star of Hope. And then after that is Temperance. It's like you are our teacher for the next week. No pressure. You don't have to be pressured. But the last part of this general is important. You don't have to run after this. It's going to be presented to you. Your job is, so the Ace of Wands is reversed. What Wands is energy moving forward. It's reversed. That says stop. And then I have the Two of Swords upright, which means take a pause. So that message is an amazing one, because your good fortune isn't something you have to manifest. It's already in the chute, so to speak. So that was fun. I bless you and leave you with that. Do you have any insights for Ness?
Well, what you said just exactly lined up with what I was trying to say before. I hope that pretty much. And I think that that's a wonderful, wonderful way of putting it. But yes, so it is going to be a very intense time, and take a little pause and appreciate everything around you. And it is going to be a beautiful experience for all of us. We're going to be so glad. It's an opportunity. This is such that is so rare. I mean, this is a time that is so unusual, and we are fortunate to be here and witness this great moment of
we
change.
were made for this moment.
We were made for this moment.
Okay, here we're going to start drawing. I have your questions starred. So Ness.
Winner, Ness.
Ness, you're so sweet. I just did your question.
She is the winner. Ness, yes. You're the winner.
You would have been, see, I used my intuition and knew you had to be first. And look at, even the machine says that. So let me draw once again. Debbie of 3 Shifting Veils. I do have you here. One moment. Do I have you here? Oh, I thought I had your question. Why don't you go ahead and type your question? And if you want a question answered, Lalit, would you look at the live chat and tell me what her question might be when it comes through, if she's still here? As we do that, I'm just going to move to the next one because I can, but I won't forget you. Kim B, I do have yours. Where is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong. This is the one I liked so much. This is the one I like so much. Any message from my guides and dragons? I should study dragon lore and move into that energy signature and get behind that. I like that whole idea. So again, messages from guides. What I'm going to do is turn cards over because this is not a general reading. This is a message. I'm just going to go ahead and look for those. Oh, okay. I do have a guide here. Now it's a female guide that's coming in, and we have a new message coming in from that one guide. Oh, you have 2 lining up. So it looks like there's going to be new, fresh love for you. So what that means is if you're married, it'll be a deepening of your relationship. If you're not married, you may get messages of love from a new person. Pages always say something is new, and that they suggest you use them with a novice heart, with a child's heart, and not have a bunch of judgments with it. If you're not looking for love per se, then I always read this as a project that you're just going to feel so wonderful about. You're going to allow yourself to be saturated in it, and it will bring out new blessings because that Page of Cups is going to move you into loving that project. So it's a wonderful energy. And I have the 5 of Cups reversed. Upright is guilt and remorse. A reverse means you're like over guilt and remorse. And so faced that way, divinely faced that way during the next week coming up with that energy, that you'll have a home run. It does move you into action with the Knight of Wands. And so it looks like a really good, you've got 2 guides, a male and a female, if you want to, I know they're not gendered, but a male and a female, and they're all about grounding. So enjoy this next week. Enjoy. Let me just wait a minute. Did we get 3 veils?
I haven't seen anything from Shifting Veils come up.
So she might not be here. So we'll just move on. Get that pick me tool and make it shine. Mary Thornberry. Oh, yeah. Mary. Do you have a question in here? I don't see a question from you, Mary. So if you want a question, just go ahead and type it in the, go ahead and type it. Mary. Okay, and we'll keep an eye on you. And as we do that, we're going to continue on. There we go. Oh, I won again. Oh, I love this. So. SR, awesome. Oops, let me remove the current thing. So I do have yours here. It says, question for Lalit. Oh, and me too. Do you have any thoughts on my friend P? Do you have any thoughts to share with me about my POIP? Lalit, I did not do a great job on Monday, is what she said. So, trouble with relationship. How do you feel? I think you know her chart.
Yes, I do. This week coming up, you must proceed with caution.
I like that. Must proceed with caution. What that means is don't, in an ideal world, I said this to you before, if our emotions are not dictated by someone else's action or inaction, we are in alignment with who we are at soul level. So it doesn't mean you don't love that person. It means that you allow them to be themselves without you judging them. I do have here in your reading that you do feel like I've got the seven of swords, meaning you feel like something's been stolen from you. It could be time you've spent with this person that isn't manifesting into something you want, but you're not willing to argue about it, which is a very positive thing. But underneath, when I have the Five of Swords reversed, sometimes it's the underworld of arguments. It's like yourself arguing with yourself. I do have the Nine of Cups, which is a very, very positive card. What Spirit is saying is that the Nine of Cups is what they're offering you, but your state of mind and state of heart is that is shadowed by your state of mind and state of heart, because on either side of that nine is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, feeling that it just affects your overall how you feel about yourself. And then the Six of Wands reversed, meaning that you're not proud of yourself, or you're not don't talk like that to my friend, SR, because it's that stinking thinking you got going. And I don't blame you, because it's a confusing situation you have. It looks like with what Lalit was saying about next week, just try just for next week, not forever, being the observer and not non-judgment person. So that means any action you decide to do it without expectations. In a perfect world, that's good. But I always ask myself, if I'm going to text someone and I expect something from them, I just still text them, but I don't have that expectation. And that's a lot better. Always feels better. I bless you and leave you with that. And on we go. Craig, I have you here. Let me just let me pull you back. Okay, I did miss. I've got Craig here. Yes. So Craig wants to know what Clara wants to tell him. So Clara is a beautiful companion in life. Today apparently was her day of death, which is her day of freedom. What he said before, it's her day of freedom. Craig has a wonderful relationship with this energy, and he knows what she says, but it's fun to have a reading, someone else look in on her and ask her, maybe there's a different way of seeing things or hearing things. Clara, what do you want? Oh, this is a very clear. Oh gosh, this is a very clear message. I love these cards. Oh gosh. The first one, Clara is asking you to stop with the Two of Swords. Stop, please, and take a break. You have to look at something differently. This is the Hangman. The Hangman will tell you it's also a stopping card. The Two of Swords and the Hangman says stop. The Hangman is encouraging you to look outside the box, new options, different options. They're also asking you to be calm at heart. This is Temperance, and Temperance just asks you to stay steady in the middle lane. Don't go on into any sharp edges. And I think you're very good at that. Now, they promise the 10 of Cups, which is a wonderful card, which means that balanced in every aspect of your life. It's like when I do this, I get the 10 of Cups in my imagination quite a bit, because several times a day I'll say, oh man, I have the best life. I have all my needs met, that kind of thing. That's what the 10 of Cups does. If you do not heed this, because it's up to you, it's up to you to take this or leave this, free choice, you're going to be overburdened by someone. So the 10 of Wands means that you're kind, and you're going to be offering, or feel that you should offer someone your time or energy, or with an expense to you. It's like you're adding more to your plate. And Clara is saying, even though you love everybody, it's time to just have a second thought about that, and enjoy your time together. I'll bless you and leave you with that.
Craig, this is talking to heaven, and I've got two cards for you. One says, I see all of your thoughts.
That's Clara.
And the other said, I am standing right next to you.
Wow. That's amazing. I love this confirmation.
I got chills.
I know. I did too. Like, I love this.
Suddenly in the freezer here in Las
I
Vegas.
know. Oh.
Wow.
Let me go to the, let's draw again. I just saw your, Cynthia, I've got you here. So would love a general reading. If time permits, of course, you win. General reading means that I go to the first card, and that tells me what we're focusing on. And we are focusing, the Emperor came up, so we are focusing on corporations, businesses, where the Empress is ruler over Mother Nature. The Emperor is ruler over the finite, the brick and mortar of your life. So we'll go into that. And you are rebuilding. They're acknowledging that you're rebuilding. I have the Tower reverse. The worst is over, kind of thing. And it's just wonderful. Now I'm using a different deck because I have 2 or 3 here. But you've got the nine of Cups. This is very, very positive. It's acknowledging the hard work you've already done. And also I have the High Priestess. You've got 3 out of 4 major cards. So it's like you're doing everything right. The High Priestess will take you away up to the upper octaves. She doesn't tell you everything while she's with you, but she tells you what your next steps are. She tells you just enough. And this is my goodness, another major card, and it's Justice, which means contracts. So if there's a contract to sign, or you want to create a contract, it looks like it came in upright, so it looks like it's a sound deal. So it looks like this is kind of the coolest reading I think I've had for you, because a lot of them, I remember, a lot of them were like all this work and change your mind about this or that. And this one's all steam ahead. So I don't know what the brick and mortar stuff is. It might just mean tying up loose ends with DMV or something, but it's that. So I bless you and leave you with that. And I just want to check here 1 minute. I'm going to clean up I've got joyful joy. I've got Marby left, Liz in awe, frequencies, hues, frequent hues, and joyful journey. So I'm almost there. Got it.
May I just say to Cynthia,
Mm-hmm.
I drew a couple of cards for Cynthia that shows that, Cynthia, you are experiencing great clarity of mind and inner strength right now. And you are going to have a real knowingness. This Mercury in the sun right now it's giving you mental clarity and strength and vision of that's very wonderful for you.
Awesome. Sorry, I tripped over you like that. I didn't ask you. I will ask you next time. Marby, you're the second one on the list. So here we are, or the first one here. I would love a general reading, please. Thank you. I love that. She's so nice. I'm going to do, this is an interesting reading. The first card out is the World. When it's upright, it means you've completed its triumphancy. When it's reversed, it's not feeling like there's something left undone type of thing. I forgot to do this one. Okay, so I have some wonderful cards here. I have the Five of Swords reversed, meaning that either you may have a tendency to bicker in your mind or have an argument with yourself, which doesn't feel like that's quite it. I think it's the residue of maybe a conversation you had with someone that you didn't get all your words in. You don't feel you got your point across. So either that you're dealing with that right now, or it's going to be, in coming up. But you'll have all your words. I mean, it'll, and if you didn't use all your words and get the point across, you revisit that person, because that's wind is at your back on that one. Seven of Pentacles tells me that all of the work you have done so far has accumulated, is going to benefit you right now. Benefit. You are looking at a realistic life. The Seven of Cups upright means you feel you have a lot of options, but not every option is based in reality. But it's reversed. So that tells me that you've chosen or will be choosing one specific thing to do during this next week. And the Magician. The Magician is here to say that you have all that you need to do whatever you want to do, to manifest whatever you want. So, like, if there's someone that you want to just clear the air with, you will have the right combination of words to do it. But you need the bravery, because this magician comes in having everything he needs, but he's a little nervous. So understand that once you break the ice on that with that person, to revisit the conversation, you'll have the right words to give them a call. Do you have something for Marby?
Well, just what you said was very much what I was looking at in these cards. It seems that Marby has come to a very great understanding in the relationships that you've been having. You've had some great realizations, and you get the 10 of Cups showing that you do have everything you need. You have reached a culmination of understanding and richness of your richness inside of yourself, so that you are an endless fount of energy and resources within you that you're reaching a period of fulfillment in your life, of attaining.
Cool.
It's very beautiful, attaining goals and having a real sense of fulfillment.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's
And
wonderful.
thank you so much for being a member too. And Liz and Ah, of course, as well. All righty. Karen Doyle, do you have your, I don't see, let's see, do you have your, so go ahead and write, oh, next week will be your birthday, Marby. Awesome. Harvest Moon coming up September 17th. Okay, so I don't have a question for Karen. Did I miss you, Karen? Could you, I'm just going to give you a, I'm going to give you a general reading because I don't want to just not do. Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. Ellie, your mother. Of course. Of course. Let me find her. One moment. This is her mama that passed away. So you might have. Oh, she comes in the same way. She's just got all this spitfire. I'm going to say spitfire because she's direct. She moves quickly in the afterlife, as quickly as she did in this, in the regular life. Let me see what again with the Justice comes out. So she is saying that if you have a contract coming up or you're going to make an agreement with someone, I always think that contracts with the Justice card also means like handshakes, right? Agreements. And it looks like it's going to be a good deal. I do have the Four of Wands reversed. So she's recognizing that you may feel a tiny bit insecure about what's going on. It just means that. It doesn't mean doom and gloom. But it does tell me that you feel uneasy about losing something. Doesn't mean it's your reality, but it is there. So she says, fear not. I do see it, that losing something is part of the family lineage. I feel sad that maybe you're not connected with the family lineage, or there's something there that's information that someone else has hidden from you that would serve you well. Let me see if she will tell me who it is. So there's a lot of dead people here. Oh, okay. So it's a close, it's a living being, of course, and it's an older gentleman that has the same energy signature as your mother had. That moving around and doing that. Siblings. It could be siblings. So if you're usually I read kings as people older than you. So siblings are your contemporaries. But if this energy helps you choose, now it doesn't have to be a family member either. It could be someone that knows something about your family lineage. So, you know what? I wonder if she's asking you to go on. I mean, if you're interested, that I just, ancestry or 23 or whatever, that kind of thing. I wonder if that's a piece that would be revealing. Your mom would your mother is saying this. You'll discover more about the lineage if you went that way. And that would be like an institution kind of thing. So it's I now don't buy it because it's in a reading. To be careful with 23 and me. That's right. But I don't want anybody to buy something because Spirit said it, because be mindful and shop responsibly is what Gerald always says. Shop responsibly. But that's something that, oh, you have it already. The 23 and me, she says she has it already. So good. Then you can, oh, you're logged into it. I love that. She's saying there's something maybe that there's a miss to that you didn't see the last. I don't know what it would be, but ask your guides and angel and your mother to bring up to you. Remember, Lalit was saying that the energy of this coming week is going to be, you don't have to work for these blessings. It's going to be offered to you. And so move into that and just say, okay, take me where you want me to be. And just start clicking. You might even find someone that's related to you that you didn't know. So I hope you have fun with that. And Liz in awe. I've got you right here. Did you want to say something to? Did you have your cards out?
Well, I got the message that Mom had been surprised by the amount of love that surrounded her, and by people she was reunited with that were sharing so much love with her, that it was that she was really taken surprised by the feeling of unbounding love that had surrounded her, and she is anxious that you will be sharing in that too.
Awesome.
You will be. So it was. I was met by so many loving people, and we will be together again. So she is anxious for you to have that same comfort that she has had.
Awesome. Awesome. So that's Karen. Liz in awe would like a message. So this is a general. First card out is going to tell me what topic, and it's the suit of swords. So it's your stinking thinking. I just said stinking thinking, and then the devil comes out. Now the devil is reversed here, which makes him a little bit tempestuous. So devil is just obsessive compulsive kind of stuff. It could be because we're talking about thoughts. Swords are thoughts. It could be this revolving door of a thought or thinking or trying to figure something out. Oh, and it looks like your idea that you're trying to figure out is a new path to something tangible. I've got the Ace of Pentacles telling me that there's a new avenue of income. There's a new avenue of creation that's going to happen. And so it's almost like this is kind of the first time I've said this, just allow your little devils to do what they want to do, because it's going to lead you into, so this overthinking about something, if you can direct it towards something tangible, it'll stop the merry-go-round. So that would be the Ace of Pentacles. Now I do have the Judgment reversed here and the Magician reversed. So if you remain on that treadmill, thinking, stinking thinking, and you don't channel it somewhere, then we've got, you can't connect with spirit, like blast from the past, mediumship. If you're doing mediumship, it seems like it's troubling that way. Also, you don't have the confidence to do it. But if you start thinking about anything other than tangible items, then you need to dismiss that thought. So you're going to think about, even if it's painting a wall, I don't care, anything tangible that you can hold in your hand. It could be wanting to start your own business or join someone else to start a business, and have your mind fill up with those opportunities. I'm going to have a brick and mortar. It's going to be pink. I'm going to sell ice cream. There's going to be 3 toppings. So, all that becomes proactive. And I hope that serves you well. I love that. So, do you have a message?
I see that Liz had survived a period of great difficulty where she went through a period of depression and feeling depleted, and made a major interior adjustment, gained inner strength through that difficulty, and made an inner adjustment, a rebirth inside of her, and is about to start a new era. So you survived a really difficult period. You are reborn, a new person. You are not the person you were before. You're much stronger and able to have a wonderful new attitude in your life, and you're like a reborn person, just starting afresh, and it's looking very good.
Awesome. It looks like it resonated. She's breaking through the resistance, is what she says. Awesome. Awesome. Stacy, thank you for coming. We're at the end of our show. I can't take any more questions, but there are some other questions left here. We're going to do the Pick Me tool, because there's a few left in my queue. I want to get everybody. What's going on here? Excuse me, I'm going to have to. You know what? Something happened in the back room with my Pick Me tool. So what I want to do is go back here. I have, we just did Liz in Awe. There is Joyful Journey and Frequent Hues. I'm going to save Frequent Hues for the end. I'll do Joyful Journey here. Will I stay at my current job for more than a month? This has come up before. You know what? For me, I did the 5-card yes, no, and it says yes, but I love the way the cards tell you everything. It looks like staying in the job you are now is going to give you an opportunity, because I have the Ace of Cups there, which means I don't know if they're going to up level you or give you something you really want to do, but it's something that really resonates with you with the Love card. Also, it brings security. So I know that the Justice reverse says, your contract could have been sweeter, maybe, or whatever. The agreements could be sweeter. However, I also have the 10 of Cups. So I'm kind of glad you're going to stay another month, actually, and just keep your eyes open for whatever's coming your way. And again, it's not like we have to go chase it. It's going to be right there. You just have to have eyes to see it.
I got a strong yes on that. Strong yes and opportunity. Strong
Awesome.
yes.
Awesome. 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 Frequent Hughes, are you still here? Because I would like to look at your feedback if you had it, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'll bless you and leave you with that. Joyful. Thank you for coming. You're such, and being a moderator. I really appreciate that. So this is an interesting, I don't know some of these words, but it's very interesting. I had an unbelievable experience in 2016 when it was Libra time. I had a new moon, a full moon, and eclipse with the Lilith moon. I believe I was possessed by, is it Astroth? Throw? I think Lilith sent him. I connected with that. I don't know that one spirit. I do know Lilith, but then it continues. Says, I sat in front of a mirror for 6 months and lost everybody and everything. Then I got evicted and moved out. Then it came out of me through my eyes. Am I crazy about this? I don't believe you're crazy about anything, because highly evolved souls can get into there's many astrals that we can enter. And deep emotions, the ones that you were going through, the darker emotions, there are negative astrals that you can go to. I don't think you were possessed as much as you were, it gave you permission to take a break. This was the Buddha time for you. Yes, you were just staying calm and to yourself, but I believe that when you felt it was there, it gave you were able to give up your responsibility to life, your responsibility to your self-care. And sometimes we have situations like that. Somewhere in that experience is knowledge that you will bring into your practice. But I believe we are children of God, and we always have protection for that, but we are on a planet of free choice. Those highly evolved people mixed with dark emotions can bring in some magnificent experiences. But it sounds like you moved past that. And proud of you. It's very interesting. Did you get something here?
I got two cards that are both of them extremely strong, all Jupiter influence of happiness and victory and fulfillment. So yes, what you passed through, I would say, made you stronger person, and you are on a path toward happiness and victory in all that you pursue. It's a very expansive, everything Jupiter goodness, and so you've gone from one extreme to the other of fulfillment and victory. Mm-hmm. So
I agree. I did draw a card because I love my cards, and I did get death out of it, which is great, because whatever you went through, there was a natural ending for it. So you went through, what is that called? Dark night of the soul kind of thing. Bravo. You said yes to that. You said, yes, I'm going to stare in a mirror for 6 months and get evicted and see where I end up. And I think that's going to serve you well. That education is going to serve you well. But hello, Robert Fierro Tarot. Okay, he's the demon. I figured he was. Because Lilith is always stalking people. But what it is that we always have, if we become aware of who we are in alignment, you can feel those energies pop in. But they don't have as much power over you as your own solid self, because your oversoul is always with you. That oversoul has experienced everything you're going through and is advising you. So if you say yes to that experience, it doesn't mean it's the wrong thing to do. It means that you chose some place to disappear in, and that's obviously going to serve you well. But there we are. I'm proud of you. And thank you for sharing that. It's part of the metaphysics that I really enjoy talking about, and the different astrals, the different planets, the different energies that we can tap into, or that energy that comes in and matches your energy to keep you on that level, to keep you bummed out, kind of thing. And it's tough when you've got that circle of thinking, but apparently you rose above quite a bit. So I had a great time. I hope everyone else did. So I always come on strong when we've got. I always come on strong when the message becomes dark. And I apologize to Lalit for jumping in like that. I've done it before. And I want to apologize in front of everybody about that. But it's important that we move into a different way of thinking about things. And because this is a new earth. This is new awareness. And so what does that mean? We need to do new things and look at things that are better suited for who we are at soul level at this time on earth, because we want to take as much advantage and serve as well as we can during these challenging times. Like not challenging, but disturbing, the politics and the day-to-day stuff. So, all right. Well, I could talk all day about off-planet stuff. I just love it. So thank you, everyone, for coming. And I'll see you now tomorrow at 11 Pacific. I'll be on the psychathon. And it's on my community page, the links and stuff. So I'd love to see you there. And thank you, Lalit.
Thank you. So everybody have a great eclipse week. It's always transformative.
In a good way.
In a good way.
I love you.